Chelsea. Blue is the color, and Chelsea is the team. Someday, Nigeria, my Nigeria, your Nigeria, our clubs also will celebrate this way. We'll dance in the streets, and the favor, the flavor, the bliss. How? However, because building onto this, before Sunday, Chelsea fans took over this country. They took over the streets. They took over the social media. They took everywhere. And I tell you, just akin to what they did in 2008, of course, they lost that final. They painted the house. They painted them blue. They painted them in Chelsea color. They rode the horses. They sang in the streets. And I tell you, what would have happened if this didn't happen? What would have happened if they didn't win? But they won. And it shows commitment. It shows a reward for investment. It shows a reward for risk-taking. It shows a reward for a guy, for a man who says, I have this project. I won't abandon it. I will fund it. I will stand by it. Short-term, long-term, medium-term, he takes those decisions. And I tell you, almost all decisions he has taken has been right. 18 years on from 2003, that Roman Abramovich took over Chelsea. He bought that club for about 140 million. Yes, of course. And he took it from Ken Bates, and Ken Bates went on to buy Leeds United. He has spent, I tell you this, 1.3 billion. Not naira, not dollars, pounds. He has employed 15 coaches in 18 years. He has won seven international trophies. We're not talking about the 5 league titles. We're not talking about the FA Cups. Chelsea has been the most dominant, team in England since he arrived. He came with a purpose. He came with a mission, and that mission is success. I'm Ken Ochonogo. You're welcome to Channel Sport on Sunday. And I tell you, today we shall look at successes, because apart from Chelsea, there are successes for Nigerians. Yesterday, yes, when Chelsea won, Tammy Abraham became a Champions League winner. He won. And I said number 9 is jinxed. Of course it's not. He contributed to the success of this team. Before then, Asisa Oshoala, her team won the UEFA Champions League, the women, for the first time. A Spanish team was winning it. Asisa is now a European champion. And then you move on there. Of course, we celebrated Kelechi Iheanacho. We celebrated Wilfred Ndidi when they won the FA Cup. It is an all-Nigerian thing. But when you go to Belgium, the footballer of the year, the Belgian footballer of the year, yes, is the one and only Onuachu. So where do we start? How do we cover it? But then the news did filter in during the week that Grasshoppers of Zurich, the biggest team in Switzerland, has just appointed 40-year-old Seyi Olofinjano as the sporting director. We are Nigerians. Wherever Nigeria is, Nigeria spirit, even when you go to WWE, you shall get it done. We shall look at this. A lot of stories pending. But my guys are in the house. It's been all tough and torn, everything since yesterday. And the fans are all there. We shall come to you as we normally do. You are part of this show. Theo, I start with you.
Okay, I don't know why Boom is laughing in this part, but good afternoon, Ken. Good
disappointment
afternoon,
for Pep.
Exactly. And once again, the Holy Grail seems a little bit too far out of reach for Pep Guardiola. Last time he won this competition was far back in 2011 with Barcelona. Yeah, he's not made it to the final since then, and now after 9 years, about 10 years thereabout, he's again here in the final, and it was a sad one for him. But then again, he had to give it to Thomas Tuchel, the manager of Chelsea. Last season, he was in the final with PSG. Yes, they came up against a Bayern Munich side who were firing on all cylinders, and they deservedly won the Champions League. I don't know why PSG let him go, but then again, he came over to Chelsea after Frank Lampard, Abramovich cut ties with the biggest Chelsea legend of all time. And back in the team, we saw instantly how he changed that squad. Yes, Chelsea had signed players after their transfer ban, but Lampard wasn't finding a way to get these guys to work together as a cohesive unit. And Tuchel comes in. Kante, that people thought they were going to sell somewhere along the line at the last transfer window, all of a sudden Kante is player of the match in like 3 games in a row, including the Champions League final. N'Golo Kante, that's another man that has had this majority rights since he moved all the way from France to the English Premier League. He's won the Premier League with 2 different teams. He's won the Champions League. He's won the World Cup, and he was very, very instrumental to yesterday's win. Back to Thomas Tuchel. I think Chelsea winning this trophy yesterday is all down to this man, and he has shown that yes, we know who the biggest team in London is now. Definitely, the sky is blue. Ken.
The biggest thing in London, the sky is blue. London is blue. Let's welcome Obum. Obum, welcome to the show.
Good afternoon.
We're talking about there is a news item I picked up after after the victory.
Yeah.
That it was at the end of that match that Tuchel and Roman Abramovich met for the very first time.
Yes.
I mean, he hired him, did everything. They have never met up till now. What kind of an owner do you see Roman is?
Good afternoon, Ken. Good afternoon, viewers. Ken, if you look at the Chelsea hierarchy and how it's managed, certainly the Maria, the surname is Russian, so I can't pronounce it. He's let her and a team of technical people to manage the affairs of Chelsea. I think the only time Roman interferes is when the results are not good enough. So I'm not surprised that he was meeting Tuchel for the first time yesterday, because he's let the management team, is a footballing team. They understand football, the nitty-gritty of football. That's the most important thing you need in a club, having a team that understands the game and want to develop what you have and push it to the next level. So I'm not really surprised that he's meeting him yesterday for the first time, because he has a team in place and he trusts that team. From what I said earlier on, he only comes in when the results are not going well for the club. Then I can only wish all the Chelsea fans congratulations. They did great. They played better than City, moved the ball all around. But I felt yesterday they were tactically poor. And Pep Guardiola, in my own opinion, made a mistake in the lineup. Not starting Fernandinho, Aguero, or Gabriel Jesus was a serious issue. Immediately those three came into the match, they put Chelsea under attack, and it was a little too late for them to salvage something out of that game. And I don't know whether there was a fear factor in Guardiola picking that team yesterday, but that was not the City that's not the City we know. Their style of play yesterday was abysmal. There was no intrusion into the final third, even though there was a Kante in Chelsea midfield Kante was just everywhere, dispossessing the City team of the ball and all those things. If you look at the passing, the City made yesterday, too many errors in passing. That was just not City. Something was unsettling in
I want to stick with Obum here. Did he outsmart himself? Has he outsmarted in the selection of the team?
I agree with you.
Because you look at, without a backbone, defensive midfielder that you have, there is, if you leave out Fernandinho, while you left out Rodri, and since their inclusion in their team, we know that is where the backbone is. Maybe the attackers probably would have felt that if we lose the ball, there are people that can do the dirty job for us. In the absence of those, did you think that contributed mostly to the
first question? He tried to outsmart Thomas Tuchel and outsmarted himself. He played Gundogan as a false nine. But he ripped the team of the heart. He ripped the team of its heart and soul. And yesterday, first half, City was nowhere near the final third of Chelsea. Until he made those changes in the second half, you could see the difference. When I saw the team list before the match, I told the people watching the match with me that this is an error, that this man has made a critical error. Not starting Gabriel Jesus, not starting Fernandinho, and not starting Aguero was a treasonable offense.
Says treasonable.
Treasonable?
Ken, I think I have to agree with him. And even though in recent times the Chelsea front line might seem to have made a lot of mistakes, talking about Kai Havertz and even Timo Werner, one thing they have going for them is their pace. Now, their off-the-ball movement is a lot for most defenders, even in the EPL, to contend with.
Yeah, I think it's more of organization.
No, you have to give it to them. But their off-the-ball movement, half the time, you really do not know what these guys are up to. And they move the ball so quickly. The transitioning from defense all the way to attack is so quick, and then they can be very, very spontaneous in the way they attack. But let's not forget that the way the back line kept their shape, they were very, very disciplined. The five guys at the back, if you don't have any reason to go up the pitch, do not go up the pitch. Yes, we know that Man City, I beg your pardon, have players who can, out of nowhere, get things done.
But that is why Tuchel came in with
five-man defense. And at the end of the day, just like they did in the FA Cup semi-finals, dirty job, get Kevin De Bruyne out of the match. And after the most brutal way. Oh my God! And after that, at that point, I really thought it was game over for me.
I want to stick with you on this, and it is on Pep himself. How do they motivate themselves? For an average team, winning the league itself is something. I mean, many teams have won the league, there. But winning the league, when the Carabao Cup, for others would have been a success.
Yeah.
But for them, it's like this is an anticlimax.
Yeah.
How do you see them motivating themselves? Do you see Chelsea, do you see Man City picking up next season from where they stop? Would there be enthusiasm? I believe in the coach because he also defend.
Yes.
He kept on saying, "I pick the best. I pick the best."
But
Even when the whole world is saying,
You did
it's
not.
this from what we have seen. You left your Makelele out of this. You left your Patrick Vieira out of this. You left your Roy Keane out of this. You left.
You basically left your fighters out of the
who
pitch.
fights for you? Where's the Matthias Sama in your team?
If there's one thing I've come to realize about Pep Guardiola in his about 15 years of coaching is that he's not really one manager that lets the talk of people get to him. Yeah. He somehow just knows how to wave it off, go back.
He said he has the thickest.
He has a very, very thick skin.
Yeah.
You talk and you say things about Pep Guardiola. He really doesn't listen because he really doesn't care. What he says he's going to do is what he's going to do. I saw PSG. For all the spending that PSG had done in the past couple of seasons, for the first time last season, they made it to the Champions League final. And this season, but for Manchester City, they would have only made it to the final yet again. Now, you're seeing an improvement in that squad. Now, I think Pep will only take lessons from this. Aguero now is leaving the squad. He has the money to spend. It's nobody's fault. He has that money to spend. He'll reinforce the squad once again. And everybody knows that he's easily one of the most competent managers in the game. He comes and if he does what he knows how to do, and hopefully he doesn't get to meet Thomas Tuchel yet again.
From one Catalan to the other. Assista Oshuala. Let's start celebrating our own.
Assista Oshuala. Last season, the Barcelona female team played in the Champions League final, but were walloped in that final.
By Leon, 4-1.
Yes.
And she scored.
And she scored that lone goal, becoming the first African woman to score in a women's Champions League final.
Yeah.
Exactly. And all the way they played this season in the league as Spanish female league, and they went the season unbeaten, scoring an insane amount of goals.
100 and something goals.
Exactly.
They won all their matches.
They won almost every single game. You know, they went the season unbeaten, and then they went on to win the Champions League. And I think they're going to play
Chelsea.
Beating Chelsea.
4-0.
By the first half, I think the game was done and dusted. You know, and I think a week before that time, Kelechi Iheanacho had won the FA Cup. Although she got injured at the point during the season, but you have to give it to her. This one lady that has been persistent. Look at her beginnings from here in Lagos and look at all the way FC Robo all the way down to.
There's a rumor that a certain club in England wants to sign her.
Of course, who would want to sign the best footballer in Africa? And this is one of the best female footballers.
She played for Chelsea and Arsenal in London.
She played for Arsenal. Then Chelsea signed her from Arsenal. I think it was Manchester. I'm hearing Manchester United wants to sign her.
They are trying to build that. They are one of the youngest. They finished fourth in the league behind Chelsea. Chelsea won the league, followed by City, Arsenal, and Manchester United.
And so, and when they went on to win that Champions League Cup, the Barcelona now became the first team to have a male side and a female side
to win the Champions League.
I've gone on to win
the Champions League.
In England, Arsenal female team has won the Champions League.
Yeah, but the male, I don't know where they are playing domestic football.
No, like I said, domestic.
But I want to say something too before we go on.
No, before you go on, I'm still with you. We are celebrating.
I'm not just celebrating.
Before us, I want that we also see the celebration by Chukwueze, as Villarreal won the Europa Cup. I mean, can you talk on that? Was it how Ole is a disappointment? For this, everybody thought, that Manchester United has a better team, a better squad on paper than Villarreal.
Okay, this is actually.
But let's see Chukwueze. If you guys Chukwueze, go on.
This is actually the point I wanted us to talk about today. That's
yes.
I wore black to commiserate with you.
Of course. Go ahead.
Because you've refused to speak to me over the phone for the last 3 days. I'm telling the viewers so that they know. And I thought that Manchester United fans ought to be disappointed in that final because on paper, it's obvious Manchester United had a better team. Yeah. And that day, if not for profligates in front of goal, I thought Manchester United should have gone on to win that match. But for some reason, what's his name? Rashford was.
I said there was this open net that he would have just tapped in.
But I give credit to Villarreal and to Unai Emery. They were able to tactically withhold Manchester United, hold on to the game until he went into penalties and all those things. So it's just unfortunate. But I think Ole has a big work on his shoulders now because he has to prove himself. He needs to prove himself before the Manchester United fan. Bruno Fernandes have saved his neck a lot of times this season. He needs to find more people. He has the team. He needs to get more out of this.
I think they are backing him. They are giving him a 3-year. They are giving him a 3-year extension in his contract. Which means that you have progressed And
you
then,
know, Ken,
yeah.
I agree that they have progressed, but not to the potential of that team. I'm not saying this out of
No, but we
disrespect
are
to
looking.
him.
Yeah, that's the Chukwueze and his team.
Look at Lampard and Chelsea. The same team, the same squad. A good and a better tactical manager came in. Look at what he's doing with the
Exactly. What
team.
they were able to achieve.
The same issue, I feel the same issue Arsenal is having is the same issue Manchester United is having. I've called for Arteta to be sacked, not because Arteta is a very bad man, but the potential in that team, he has not been able to get the best out of that team. I feel that Ole has not been able to get the best out of Manchester United.
But most United fans felt that the absence of Harry Maguire told a lot in this. They said that centre-back thing. For Ole to go throughout the season, unbeaten in a way, playing against Klopp, playing against Pep, playing against the same Tuchel, playing against all these managers, and took them to where they are. I think to them, the board would have assessed where they were coming from.
To
and
the
how
standard, with all due respect, to the standards Sir Alex sets in Manchester,
that was in
that
20,
record
that was,
is
that
nonsense
was in
for
20.
me.
No, but
It doesn't matter.
Sir Alex didn't even get that particular
I know,
record.
but I think that using that record to paper over the cracks.
No, the same Alex lost back-to-back Champions League final. The same Alex went 3 years without winning. Yeah. There are times you dip. But when the building process starts, you understand? That's why the same Tuchel now lost. How many finals has he lost before he got here? With Mbappe and Neymar. You will have said the PSG team is even better than it.
I would even go back to Jurgen Klopp.
Yes.
He had lost 2 finals on the bounce with Dortmund before he left Germany.
Yes.
He joined Liverpool and lost 4 finals in a row, including a Europa League final and a Champions League final. So almost 6 years. Most times, yes. With what the sport has become now, we judge managers based on results. But we have seen teams that put faith in managers, and we're able to put faith in the manager, and they end up reaping said rewards.
Okay, let's go to Belgium. Paul Onuachu, Footballer of the Year. Golden Boot and Golden Ball, everything together. 33 goals in 38 matches.
Thoroughly deserved.
Yeah, I think it's thoroughly deserved.
The first African to do so.
Yes, thoroughly deserved. He's one player that you watch. Somebody came on and said he's called a lot of penalties. Yes, maybe. But
I saw the goals. There are some wonderful goals.
Exactly.
There are some Yakini-like goals that he scored.
Penalties, yes, easily part of the game. And we've seen people lose very crucial penalties, But Paul Onuachu, very fantastic season he has had here in Belgium. And I can only wish him the best. And hopefully he moves on to probably a bigger team. Yeah, the spotlight shines on him more. Probably even earns bigger bucks. But so far, so good. I think he deserves every single accolade coming his way right now. He has earned it.
He has earned it.
Congratulations.
The Belgian Footballer of the Year. He's going to win. Is it likely to pick the African Footballer of the Year? N'Golo Kante has outshined him on that.
No, N'Golo Kante is a friend. I think we're giving it to probably we expected Real Mahrez to step up yesterday.
He was
exactly. It just shows you so much how Chelsea were able to arrange that back line.
Okay. All right. Let's whilst celebrating Obumde Sheyi Olofinjano. Started from Crown FC, went to Kwara United, went to Europe, and I tell you, of recent, he was the loans and parts manager for Wolves. Because if you check his career, he went on a lot of on loans so many times, but he understood that he has this master's degree, he has everything in him, and today he is the sporting director of Grassroot, the biggest football team in Switzerland.
Ken, I always tell people.
Let me. I don't want to interrupt, but his first job is to pick the next coach of the team. I tell you this.
Ken, I always tell people, preparation meets opportunity.
Yeah.
Sheyi has steadily developed himself. He had prepared himself technically and educational-wise, equipped himself with all the necessary badges he needed. And I think the club have seen something in him to appoint him to such a position. Just like it reminds me of Emenalo when he was technical director.
Both of them the same thing. Emenalo started from Rangers. Yes. They were born in Nigeria, started in Nigeria, went to Europe and conquered Europe.
When we see these things, it gives us encouragement that at least we have people who are developing themselves. I just pray that the politicians, they never do worse who have refused our football from moving forward will clear the way for these technocrats to come in.
For this football to come in.
Because this is what we need.
The technical director of Grassroot.
Congratulations to him. It's a big one. Big one.
And then you talked about Emenalo.
Yeah.
Emenalo, I was reading about it during the week, and they said the structure he put in Chelsea is what Chelsea is. The scouting system, the same thing Sheyi did for Wolves, that they are so appreciative of what he has done for them. I tell you, they call him the master on the pitch and off the pitch. A trained coach that when he stabilizes. And for the chairman of Grasshopper, because he was one that was holding the post, to step down and say, man, I think you can do this. Let me go and manage. Let me do this.
Let me do
you do this
my
job.
chairman duties.
I tell you, these are the things that we celebrate. These are the things we want to hear, especially because when you know, in the second part of the, we shall look at the other flip. You know, okay, we already have a caller. Wow, hello.
Uko from Abuja.
Hello.
The lady of Channel Sport on Sunday. Oko, how are you?
Yes. The one and only mommy of Channel Sport. How are you doing?
We are fine.
Greetings to everybody there. Greetings from Abuja.
Yeah.
Greetings from Chelsea. I told you 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, you said so. Congratulations.
Blue.
Blue upstairs. Blue everywhere.
Is that why you wore blue?
And you see, I'm very happy for them. Then you know I always come home. I said, how I wish. You know, you said something. You said celebration on investment.
Yeah.
Celebration on this, on that. Can we invest in our own club at home like this?
Okay. What we want to do is I will have you online. If it's possible, I'm going to keep you online while we go on break. If it doesn't cut, so that when we come back, we are going to start with you. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
We are going a very short break. And when we come back, Channel Sport on Sunday continues.
Look at it. London has just shut down because we have won the Champions League. And I hope it does not open for another week.
That's
and
great.
not because of COVID, because we won the Champions League.
Welcome back. Channel Sport on Sunday is still buzzing. And I tell you, before I bring in Ayemi, I think we still have our lady right there in Abuja. Yes. Now we can hear you. Are you wearing? I wish we can do a Zoom call with you so we can see your blue, your blue on you.
You know, I all blue to church today.
Wow.
And I'm still in my blue.
Wow.
You know, I told you, my wardrobe, everything, I changed it to blue.
Ooh. And blue is a very cool color.
Yeah.
And that's our color here.
Blue.
That is our color here on channels. It's blue.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. It's not a club blue. It's a corporate blue.
Yeah, I know. But blue is blue.
Yeah.
It's the royal color.
It's the real color. So you were talking about
priesthood.
Yeah, you were talking about relating it like what I said in my intro, when you invest, relating those investment, relate to Nigeria. You know, you were trying to relate to what what the success to what we're having here.
Yes, you see, I said now we are celebrating with them.
Yeah.
I hope Shehu Diko
Okay.
would watch this, be on his toes, you understand, and encourage, and we too, the government should hands off, you understand, from the club, from the league.
Okay.
And let the private sector.
But if the private sector are not willing to invest in that area, what will now happen?
You say what?
If the private sector are not willing to invest in that area, what will happen?
They will be willing to invest if the government hands off.
Hands off. Okay, maybe.
When you have government, it's politics.
Okay. I get what you are trying to say. Probably there might be a law by the National Assembly. I say no state government should own a football club. Probably.
You know, They are not investing because they don't have confidence. You know, when you have government, there will be double standards. There will be double standards. They don't have confidence. But let them hands off. Wait, everything about government is politics.
All right.
You understand? At the moment, if you ask Ifeanyi Ubah if he's getting anything now, you would be surprised the answer he will give you. But
we'll try to ask him. Business. We'll see if we can ask him and get his opinion. Maybe Obong will do the interview. Yeah.
Exactly. But let them hands off. Let government hands off.
All right.
Then you will see if it's private sector, we will see how they will be there to be doing all these embezzlement and whatever. It will not be business as usual. Like you are there now. Mr. Shanagon, you go and put your money somewhere now. Your heart, everything about you will be there.
Will be there.
Isn't it? But government is free for all. Let them leave it. If they live there now, you see private to come in. See what is happening. See what Chelsea is doing. Is it owned by government?
No.
You understand? So let's take a leave to those that, you know, we are trying to model after. You understand? And our own people, they should just leave all these things and let's come home so that we will be rejoicing with ourselves. Today, everybody is wearing blue.
Yeah.
The church. In fact, some people are even celebrating in the church. When am I going to celebrate my own?
The one will celebrate our clubs soon. We'll celebrate. Which of the clubs in Nigeria do you support? Which one do you support in Nigeria? Which of your clubs in Nigeria?
Ifeanyi Ubah.
Okay.
Yes, so
they are doing well.
Government. He's using his sweat.
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
Ifeanyi Ubah, I don't know him or I don't know the owner, but because he's my, you know me, I love home team.
Yeah.
Okay. I belong to Nigeria.
Beautiful.
Home. That's natural.
Thank you very much.
Every day I knew that I pray for him.
Okay.
You understand?
Thank you. Thank you very much, madam. You are the lady of the house. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. He's in the house. He's been smiling. I don't want to describe your smile, but I know you are smiling. Yemi, welcome to the house.
Good afternoon, Ken.
Before we went on,
good afternoon, viewers.
Yes, before we went on break, we're talking about Seyi Olofinjano becoming a sporting director, of Grasshopper Zurich of Switzerland.
That's a very, very good one for Seyi. If you, as somebody who has followed Seyi's career, Seyi is a product of that university league. He played it straight here in Nigeria before even moving abroad. Egedi will call him somebody in the mode of a Sunday.
Olise, yeah.
That's in the class I will put Seyi. So it's a good one for Nigeria. It shows that we have people who can actually run our sport. And I was listening to Obun just before coming on, said, we need people who are actually technical, who can do this thing. The main actors, people who have, not just about having played the game before, people who want to actually develop the game.
He's talking about equip yourself.
Exactly.
You're talking about opportunity. Preparation meets opportunity. If he was not prepared, this opportunity coming, he wouldn't have been able to take it.
Yes. Exactly. His opportunity meets preparedness.
Yes.
And we're happy for him. Congratulations to Seyi. And we want to see our people doing well more out there. And before I even move forward, let me also congratulate Chelsea fans.
Yeah.
And Chelsea Football Club for what they've been able to achieve and what they were able to do last night. Even the pundits, the bookmakers gave it to City, knowing the pedigree of Guardiola, making the final.
Let's go to Sapele.
Ruben.
Hello, Ruben.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good.
It's all good today for the Blues. I can see that the Chelsea fans they are so excited. Yeah, it is good.
Are Warri Wolves fans not excited?
Warri Wolves. Mr. Ken, before I forget my line of questions, Obum said his money. I wonder who Obum is money. Whether it's Arsenal or who. because that the morning Obon is doing, wearing that black shirt is a very strong morning because I can see the double horns on the black. Yeah. So my
Ruben,
contribution.
Ruben.
Today is Sunday.
I don't live my life.
Thank you so much, Ruben. Thank you.
My contribution is I want our club to look at what the chess owner has done.
Yeah.
Let our governors and our so-called rich as a club take their hands off some of these things and employ professionals so that this game can move smoothly. When we have our kids not wanting to go abroad to be established, so they can play for them, that their teams like the Channel 6 club and move from their feeders to the clubs, you see that we will not have all these nutritiveness we have all over the country. So I'm suggesting that the government can try to put this infrastructure in place so that most people want to go into sports to have the enabling environment to do so and also have tax waivers for them. We will surprised that our sports will flourish. So it's as simple as that, but I don't see why we'll be having government interfering every little thing, complaining of salaries and all that. It's not good. It's not good. I think it's time we learn from the achievement of churches.
We should do that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ruben.
I want to say something. Jose Mourinho starts. I am not happy about it, but thank God that he showed himself to be a true manager. Under 2 weeks, he was able to secure another club for himself. And what else for this season for Roma?
Ruben, must you always shoot missiles? Must you? You feel, look at Obum, you say Obum is money for Arsenal. Why would you be saying this? Thank you, Ruben.
No, I'm actually money for Manchester United. If Man U had won the Europa League, I'm sure you'd have forced some of us to wear Man U jerseys on set.
Anyway, you see, the big question for yesterday's game, did Guardiola overtinkered with that?
We know everybody, most people have that. He's trying to defend himself on that.
But again, we should not take it away from Tuchel. The way he set up that team last night,
he's a tactical
is a master tactical. For you to defeat someone back to back.
No, he is the second manager. He is the second ever manager to beat Guardiola thrice in a row. Yes. The second ever. And both of them are Germans. The other one is Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp and Jose Mourinho and Thomas Tuchel are the only two managers to that. Okay, well, let's go down here.
Uche from Ikeja.
We are here in Ikeja, and Uche is on. Hello, Uche.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hello, Ken. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Take it easy now. Cool, calm down. Good afternoon.
I know go take am easy. I know one take am easy. And my reason is this. Our friend Osigwe.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what he's wearing. Is it that's a fashion statement. I don't understand what it is. But then he looks good.
Okay.
Ken, I'm still not going to allow you sweep a particular matter under the carpet.
How? Which one?
That matter is our NNL. And the allegations about horrible officiating.
Yes.
Bring out your broom, sweep out that matter. We want an update.
I think we said we'll do something about that. There was an issue where a conversation was recorded and used as evidence. I think that was. We will follow up together how it was finally trashed out and give. I know this is the second time you're talking on this, and I think it is very, very key for us here.
please, we are in Nigeria. We don't want things swept under the carpet.
No, it won't. I mean,
Then
for as long as we are
secondly-
here, we'll try.
Secondly, there was this great interview you had with one of our Olympic medalists, gold medalists.
Okay.
Yeah, right. With one of our Olympic gold medalists.
Yes. You're talking about
interview,
Gazama.
You put the man on the spot.
Yes.
He was sweating. But that was a great job you did. Please, you were asking him, are they in touch with each other?
Yeah.
Other medalists for Nigeria, they should come together. They have a strong voice,
Exactly.
which they should put to use.
And
Hello?
Gazama is one of them. He is. That's why. That was how I was going to put him on the spot. Yeah, he fights for the goodness of the game. You know.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. That's the much I have for you.
Thanks.
And congratulations. Those Chelsea fans there, congrats.
There's no Chelsea fan here.
They are we have adopted Chelsea fans today, anti-Guardiola people on the set.
All right.
Thank you, Che. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Let them shoot.
All right.
Okay, before you shoot, yeah, let's go to the Olatokunbo Alaba, the David.
Absolutely, is moving from
12 million euros, $1 million every month. That is minimum. That is basic. That is net. That goes into the pocket.
he has seen it all.
Yeah.
With Bayern, and now is moving to Real.
He said, I leave a special club for another special club. I'm really happy and honored to join Real Madrid. After so many years in Munich, I will face a new challenge and I will give my best to continue the club's special history. That was him tweeting. David Alaba, he won 10 Bundesliga titles, 6 DFB Pokal, 7 Australian Footballer of the Year.
7 times.
7 times Australian Footballer of the Year. Then he's getting 12 million euros per season.
1 million.
1 million.
250
a week.
Madrid fans are not particularly
Excited
about this signing.
Why do you think so?
Given the way their season,
He's just 28.
given the way their season has ended.
Okay.
They didn't win anything this season. They might be letting Sergio Ramos go. They are bringing in a David Alaba. They are asking for a marquee signing, somebody that they believe will come.
But is he not? I mean, from the credentials you have seen, 10 league titles, 6 DFB Pokal, 7 times Austrian Footballer of the Year. What else do you expect him to do? He has won the Champions League twice.
Is that the area of the squad they really need to bolster?
They have an aging midfield.
Absolutely.
And they have an aging strike force, so they need to reinforce their
those
forward line
front line,
and
and that's
the
why
midfield.
Madrid
Do you
fans
guys
are
doubt?
not
Do you guys
excited.
doubt Real when it comes to signing?
No, but I understand what Yemi is trying to say. I think they are looking out for the likes of
Haaland,
Mbappe.
Absolutely, and that's what they're asking for.
See, that is
He was Harry Kane. He
Yeah,
was
but-
Haaland.
No, see,
he was Mbappe.
You know they made that
Those that
mistake.
can make-
You know they make that mistake then when they allowed Makelele to go. When the guy said, increase my salary, they said, who are you? You understand? You are just a water carrier. And by the time he left, I tell you, Real Madrid was looking for, they signed people like Thomas Graversen to fill that place. They signed the Lasana, you know, they were looking. And that time, the guy was already, you know, in Chelsea and doing the Makelele. It became that role was not defined around, you know, around him.
Because so the president made some. Okay, Ola first.
Oh, hey, Chelsea. Okay. We will keep quiet and listen to you.
I thank God today. Last week I tried a lot before time is gone. Let me let you know. The Baba Rabi was the one. We got Alapijana in Kuala United.
Okay, yes, Kafaru Alabi. Okay. Oh, that is from your club.
Yeah. Kafaru Alabi, former shooting star.
Yeah.
Coach.
That guy that is only have the eyes, like, I mean, second eyes is not good. He's from Kafaru Alabi.
Okay.
Those people are supposed to be remembered in this country for the National League. You remember?
Yes.
Yeah. And about Chelsea, I told you that day. When I told you that Power United and Chelsea, they will collect. Power United will collect league and Chelsea will collect league. You know, I told you that time.
Chelsea, the Chelsea win the league. They didn't win the league now. They won Champions League. Let's see what we win now. Let's see.
Nobody, that's your station. It's a blue color. Not you that you are wearing red. You are a red devil supporter. I know you. And
I'm a Kids Cup. I'm a Channels Kids Cup supporter. You can't take that away from me. No matter how you try to brand me.
Up Chelsea. Thank you.
Up Chelsea. Congratulations. Congratulations. Okay, I stick with you. It is good celebrating all these things. And we said, how do we translate what happens over there in here? How do we go there to understudy and come back and then not see what we've seen there? The story emanating from Sunshine Stars is not the best. It's been coming over and over and over again, and players. And then during the week, the coach threw in the towel. Before you pick on this, if it is possible, if we can get that letter, that the letter of resignation, sent in by by Coach Olubenga Ogumbote, you can take it. You can take it.
Okay. He addressed the chairman of...
Just go straight to the body of the letter.
He said, letter of resignation. Sequel to the above, I'm constrained to tender my resignation letter due to results of the team in the last couple of months. I took the job in the anticipation that we'll continue where we stopped the last time I coached the team, with all hands pulling together to support and the team having better results. However, on this occasion of my relationship with the team, the welfare of the team is way off the mark, such that it affects morals of the players and collective motivations of the team. Players are my tools with my inputs to get results. Results are what makes a difference in being a successful coach, which unfortunately is not happening this time. I thank the management and officials for every support, which I will never forget, reflecting on my time with Sunshine Stars FC. I hereby accept all and tender my resignation with this month's salary forfeited in lieu of my notice, while I expect all my outstanding salaries, sign-on fees and bonuses be paid in due course for proper disengagement. I wish the team all the best in the future prosecution of the league. Accept my warm regards always. Sportingly yours, Coach Olubenga Ogumbote.
Okay, Sunshine, okay, that's a good better for you. He just resigned, but Sunshine Stars also came out with an official statement, on this. That statement came out a few hours ago.
So Sunshine Stars can confirm that Benga Ogumbote has resigned his post as the head coach of the club. We would like to thank Ogumbote and other departed coaching staff, Kayode Julius and Biodun Lawal, for their professionalism while with us. We wish them well for the future. Consequently, Kayode Emmanuel and Olubusuyi are to take charge in the interim, while Camille Folari has been redeployed to the team alongside Adeyemi Kayode to beef up the technical crew. Chris Okunuwa, media officer, Sunshine Stars.
Okay, Yemi, but before then, I know Obun said, pointed out something in that letter. Probably you might, which let us speak at it. He talked about welfare of the team is way off the mark.
Absolutely. We've spoken about Sunshine Stars here for over and over. Ogumbote is one of the top coaches in the league. And if you look at his letter, he has inked everything on the welfare of the team.
Yeah.
Ogumbote, as we know, at least from where I'm sitting, I know he's been owed like 8 months' salary.
Yeah.
His assistant, Kayode Julius,
okay,
is owed about 14 months' salary.
14 months' salary.
So that means they are also owing the players. That's outrageous.
We spoke with some of the players, and that was about a month or two back. We only about 8 months' salary. Yes.
So how do you expect people to play on empty stomach? How do you expect the coach to get results, the best out of that particular team? They have a family to take care of. These are breadwinners of their family. Families. Even
if they don't even have family, only themselves. Would they eat? Forget even their family.
We're talking of
that you are not married. You are not
about sport, football. Yeah. Exactly. So how do you expect them to give their best? So we know that hiring and firing is part of the game. Coach will resign and they will go. If you look at this season alone in the Nigerian Professional League, Usman Abdallah.
Let's see. Okay, let's see if we can take how many coaches that has left.
Usman Abdallah of Wiki Tourist,
yes,
the highest paid coach in Nigeria as we speak now, is on 2.4 million per month.
Yes.
Also resigned, citing interference.
Yeah.
because he went on vacation. By the time he got back, they tampered with the team, letting some players go. He resigned and said, okay, I'm no longer having this. He left. Emmanuel Leon of Kano Pillars, also outstanding salaries and interference, citing outstanding salary and interference, resigned. This is Bengo Ogumbote being owed 8 months and his assistant being owed 14 months salary. Evans Ogenyi of Warri Wolves, yes, he was sacked due to alleged poor result. Tony Bulos also was asked to step aside
and he has
left
gone to Van Dresser.
and went to Van Dresser.
And he's doing well with Van Dresser now. Van Dresser's fortune has improved. They won their first away match. Van Dresser won their first away match.
Is it Ken? You know? How do I put it? The major cost here is the issue of welfare. You cannot employ people and not pay them their wages.
To pay them.
You have to pay them.
But we should ask ourselves this question.
And that takes us back to the issue of, should government be running football clubs? If you don't have the capacity to run a football club, it is not a tool for PR propaganda.
Let me ask Obum this. Obum, Ledokwo did call from Abuja.
Yes.
And if there's anything you want to take away from FC Ifanyoba and that management is they're putting infrastructure in place to build a stadium. Players' welfare, there is the issue of players' welfare that are there. But the infrastructure. And then that is what we're talking about, where the clubs, that's what I'm going to ask you the question. That most of these clubs that are owned by government, we've said it before, if you give them the stadium, and so, okay, fine, maybe they're preferring this Adam Asingba or which of we are or your state. It's okay, shooting starts, or maybe 2 teams in shooting. We give you the stadium. We give you maybe more, provide fund for a year running another thing, and then you get the shares out. Ask indigenes of that area. Just like there is a revolution that is going on. I believe that is going on in Grassroots, where every local government, is being, trying to form their own local government football. Is there a way where government can gradually hand over this before, whatever? Briefly, because we want to go on a break.
Okay, in as much as we want the government to hand over, but let's look at the enabling structure. Even in the private sector, are they doing better? All right,
we'll come back. We'll come back in the second part of this show, then the other side of this show, where even when you get involved with this, how can we, this devolution from the public sector to the private sector ownership of football in Nigeria? Stay with us. Okay, you're welcome back. Wow. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm listening to your analysis on the Nigerian football.
Okay, can we round up with you? Where is in the house? Can we round up? Kwara United is winning. Chelsea has won. What else do you want to do to us?
I want to let you know that it's the corruption that is killing our league.
Okay.
I can tell you in this country, the Remo Star is an individual. MFM is an individual.
Yeah.
And secondly, Uba,
FC Ifanyoba.
In the state government, they are using to do campaign. That is why their corruption is there. Until we have, as that woman said, that until we have individual, you understand? Let the governors withdraw. Let them, the government withdraw. Until they withdraw, and the people won't allow them to withdraw. Why? When they want to travel, they travel for 1 million, they will write 3.something million.
Have you seen this? Have you seen where they wrote that? Have you seen it? There is one thing making allegation. There's another we're talking about specifics.
At that time, that's only below as a shooting star. That's USC. You want to undo to them, to the individuals. The governor, they don't allow because they use it to do campaign to win election.
But then you have to be sure. If you don't have the exact fact, unless you have the exact fact, you don't say it.
If you ask Godwin and I now,
why would I ask? Why should we ask him? Why should we ask him? Let's keep our conversation on things that we can confirm, not on speculation. Have you been in government before? Have you run a club before?
What are you saying?
It's a simple question I'm asking you now. I should investigate corruption for you. Thank you, Owo. Thank you very much. Where is in the house? Where we speak for you? You support Kwara United.
Thank you very much for supporting
All
us.
right,
Thank you.
thanks. Oh, we appreciate you always when you call. We appreciate your calls. Thanks. We can't stop, but also go back. When he came in, we went back there. We're a bit thrilled with Shei's Olofinjano's, getting up there. It's something that tickles our hearts.
No, but Ken, it's a straightforward thing. When you know your onions, you get what you need, and you get to the level you desire. Look at someone like Emenalo. Emenalo is also part of the Chris Udemezi setup in the Eagles.
Yes.
He left the system for US. He got the necessary education, and from there, he became the technical director in Chelsea and went to France as well.
To Monaco.
Yes,
Yeah.
Monaco. So someone like Sheyi himself was already well read before he played for the Super Eagles. He from Lautech. So he knows, and you can see these people. Even someone like Olise, by the time, even as a player, you know these guys.
You see them.
You see that focus.
Distinctive. You just said so. Yes.
So then for the clubs, it's unfortunate that our clubs we run them on the short sprint, because the clubs are run by government, and government financial cycle is 1 year, so it's more like a sprint. Now, Soludo did something. We said it before when he came in 2005 consolidation. He said, look, all state government must divest their shares in financial institutions to 10%. From full holdings or whatever holdings. So it came to 10. We can also do the same thing in football by saying, state government, please come down to 49 or 40% so that you take off. You even you free resources for other things.
Yes.
Yesterday, Brentford.
Exactly. God bless
you.
There
was a supporter there.
Yes.
The guy was there in 1947 when they were in Division 1. I never missed any home game except during this COVID and when he went for national service. As a fan, he was there from 47 to 2021. They played 9 playoffs. They never won.
This is the 10th one.
And yes, year in year out, you saw supporters because they are not run on a 1 year basis. So I think we need to get to realize that football is a marathon thing. It's not a sprint. And that is why we have teams that collapse. Abiola Bibbs, Leventis.
One-man business. They taught us that in school.
And
proprietorship.
Exactly. And just to allude to that, to say, getting back the private investors into football is not rocket science. And like he said, we had it in the past. Just like, again, the model was not properly harnessed for the clubs to outlive the sole proprietors. We had the Leventis of this world. We had Inwayawo National. We had Dolphins. And they were doing well then. The league was a lot more competitive. So if government creates that enabling environment, and like the lady from Abuja said, build that trust. And trust is what is missing. Build back that trust. The private investors will come, and our league will be the better for it.
Okpe just said something, and I did like we're talking about disinvest. Okay, why can't this? Okay, fine. We are investing the structure. We are investing the stadium. This is part of our, 50, our stake, 50%.
Don't even take up to 50%.
Let us say 25 or 20, or whatever percentage. Okay, if you are looking for 1 billion, how much is the value of the stadium? And then fine, this is what we are putting here. And then let indigenes of that area and other people who love that particular club invest in it. Somebody said, if you collect 1,000 naira from 1,000 people, how much do you think that is? In Ibadan alone. If you ask 1,000 people to, when they vote, how many will book you?
The population in Ibadan is more than Wales.
Good. You say you get it. So you can have almost 100,000 people or whatever it is to invest 100,000 in Ibadan. And shooting stars,
exactly. It's a community thing.
The community thing. It is their club. They want their children to go to the youth team. They do a lot of setup. And that is what we are missing. Let's talk French Open. It kicks off today. And I tell you, one man has won it 13 times. He has 20. He has 20 big ones. But then this year, it is as tough as ever. Okay, before we talk that, we are in Lagos again because Abdul says, I'm on the line. Hello, Abdul. Abdul, how are you?
This is Kazim.
Kazim. Oh, yeah. Kazim, how are you?
Kazim from Ikorodu, yes.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Are you a Chelsea fan?
I'm not a Chelsea fan. I'm a Barca fan, too.
You're a Barcelona fan.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a Barcelona fan, so yes. But let me get on that mission to Chelsea.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Go on.
I want to ask, what is the league, Nigerian league? What is happening to the Nigerian league now? We don't understand what is happening there. Why do you give us a time, please? Maybe I'm asking you, please.
The league is on. Some teams are doing well. Kano Pillars, they're doing well. Kwara United, they're doing well. Enyimba has some Sunday matches, but they're also doing well. Rangers are doing well. There are some clubs that are also suffering. We just talked about even the MFM is doing well. They used to have to bat Travelers, but now they are also doing well. So the league is on. Today, because we are celebrating a lot of other things. Normally we take a portion of the league and a portion of the NNL to come in, but we have a lot of Nigerians that we are celebrating. But actually, the league is on. It's on. It's on.
Okay, thank you very much. I like that. Let me appreciate that, and I like your program.
Thank you, Kazim. Thank you.
Yeah, Ken. Also, the major challenge is how do we meet up with the FIFA CAF deadline of 30th June?
You know how you normally meet up now.
I'm super fun. I'm bridge.
But is it the first time you are meeting up?
But you see, again, it doesn't.
If you talk now, they will say you are the one that is making investors not to enter the league.
No, it doesn't show that we are serious. Really. See what happened to Enyimba last week. We said it.
We said it here.
We said it here.
Yes.
Pyramid, Plateau United qualified for the continent. And what were we able to make out of it?
Nothing.
The same thing. If you don't have a strong and viable league, how do you want to compete on the continent?
And then
how do you want to compete on the continent where you keep having a bridge?
Yes.
Because we've been talking about harmonizing this calendar. Over the years, it has never happened.
Harmonization. We're talking about Sunshine Stars players and officials are not being paid. And somebody said that has the players written a letter to NF, as if the NFF is somebody. The NFF is their own their coaches. A lawyer is saying, the last time I checked, about 17 months has not been, whatever.
Do you write to your employer to pay your salary?
General Troy is I don't know how much they're owing him there. So if the supervising body is owing, how can you go to report another person?
What moral standing do they have?
No, let me just. I'm sorry. I don't want to say this because saying this, I look Motsepe, who is the owner of Mamelodi Sundowns. Go and see how much he has invested. TP Mazembe, the guy bought a private jet and invested $10 million. I said, look, I'm putting this money in the club. That is the kind of thing that Roman is doing over there. There are serious-minded people are doing in Africa, which is why they are up there. They don't kick them out in first rounds of whatever. Drop from Champions League to Confederation. From Confederation, they are not out of first round.
That would be possible because I will keep on saying your league is superior to continental competitions.
Yes.
Because if the league is strong and viable, you always do well.
Exactly.
The English were dominating Europe. They were kicked out for 5 years. Yes. They came back, they were still dominating. Now, by the time we do a bridge, that is why you send that inferior product to the continent. We are running the league not because of continent, not because of CAF. So whether CAF deadline is June 30th or whatever, let's play the league conclusively.
Said it. If we need to, how do I put it, opt out of the continent for 1 or 2 seasons to get our acts right and do the right thing.
They will never opt out.
No, but
there is budget for opting in.
And what are we getting from the continent?
We should never suspend the Rangers and Shooting Stars played the semi-final of a continent. That's what we're talking about. Is all English, all whatever it is. We were good as at then. In 77, some people who are watching this show have not been born. But now we're coming to 2021.
The league has been on a steady decline.
Guys, please.
And it needs to be halted.
Can we say something beautiful? Let's talk tennis, please. Sometimes I want us. This is Sunday. Let's not be bringing too many of these negative things because it dampens my spirit. Getting out of here and then you look at it. Okay.
The French Open starts
the French
today.
Open, yeah.
Like we typically know, the man to beat is the 34-year-old 13-time record winner. Talking about Rafael Nadal. He's going to start against Australia Alexei Popyrin, while Djokovic will be up against tennis Sandgren.
That guy is the guy releases some because he's tall.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and
the worry for most tennis fans is that Rafael and Djokovic could meet as early as the quarter-final or the semi-final
Finals,
because
yes.
they are in the same half of the draw.
Yes, they can even play Roger in the quarter-final and play themselves in the semi-final.
Roger missed the last edition due injury, but he's back.
He's been selective when it comes to French Open. But thank God he's back. Normally he goes to grass.
Something is also constant. That will be constant in this French Open.
Yeah.
You have penalties that will be paid. Though we don't have a Bruno Fernandes to take them. Naomi will be paying a whole lot of penalty because she said you will not be facing addressing the press.
Okay, let me just take you guys back. Yes, she said I'm not going because she said something, and I 100% agree with her that when somebody loses and you start interviewing, it's like you not ask some brutal question. Because when you lose him, I don't understand the idea of interviewing both winner and loser. Okay, those are the seeds. That's the female seed.
Ashley Barty,
that's the world number one.
Anna Sabalenka,
yeah.
Sophia
Kenin is she's the defending champion.
Yeah. Bianca Andreescu, Serena Williams, Iga Swiatek, Karolina Pliskova.
Can Serena get the 24th?
No.
Okay. Tell us this one since you have said that. You said no.
Okay, the men's listing, exactly. Yeah. Novak Djokovic, Daniil Medvedev, Rafael Nadal, Dominic Thiem, Stefanos Tsitsipas, Alexander Zverev, Andy Rublev, and Roger Federer.
Yes, that guy, Dominic Thiem, is called the Prince of Clay. When
will he come up and become the king?
He has won. He won the US Open, beating Alexander Zverev. So at least he has one big one.
And he has been told that maybe it was because of the lockdown.
It doesn't.
When it becomes an open,
he has played about two or three finals. He has lost finals.
Yes.
So I mean, but he now won.
Because that was what Evans told him, that maybe when it becomes an open.
Was Djokovic not in the US Open? Djokovic was there, even if he was disqualified.
It was a bubble.
But he was there. He participated, but he was there. Abba.
We should not take it away from him.
I want to throw this to you guys. I5 and the UEFA has also agreed that after this season probably, or maybe from the Europa Championship, after this, there won't be the away goals will be cancelled. What are your take on this? No more away goals, no more double away goals. No, they say it's not easier to score away goals than it was some years back. So
no. You take us back to the.
All right, we are closing.
Okay. Good for Seyi Olofinjana and good for Nigeria. At least being appointed the technical director for Grasshopper, it puts us on the map for something good.
Yeah.
Without the way it goes, we'll go back to the whole days of boring and dull football.
They will still be scoring now. Okay. All right. You've had them. As Chelsea are celebrating, Nigerians are celebrating. Assistant to Shuala, Paul Onuachu, and I tell you, above all them all, Seyi Olofinjana, we celebrate you. I'm Ken Ochonogo. Have a blessed Sunday.